Welcome to part 3 of this Rome 2 patch campaign. Now, patch 3.0 has just gone live after being in beta for a couple of weeks. So let's load up the campaign and start with our little adventure. If you noticed on the front of the video where I show the frame rates that I'm now getting, after the benchmark for patch 3 I've got a slight increase on the minimum number of frames per second, which is nice, but the top end, the max, has dropped a little, and that's given me a average of just 27.1 over the previous 27. Again, I'm in the same situation where the recording software has diminished the frame rate down to about 9 to 10 frames per second. But we're going to live with that. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks, and I remember I was going to go a little bit over the maps and other little things, which we'll do, but let's just have a quick look around to remind ourselves. It's 268 BC. I think I'm on about turn 5 from what I saw on the save game. Still got the Etruscan League to sort out. Okay, let's sort out technology. Now let's just bring up the event messages. Nothing there because that's from last time, wasn't it? I was hoping to see what was the last technology I did. I don't seem to have got very far in these at all, so we will go with the Manipular organisation. Let's just get rid of that. Last time you might have seen me moan about not knowing anything about the household members that you can change on a general. I was rather annoyed, and I did find something actually in the game to actually look at them. If you just click on the general and then go to the details, if you click on the general details, and you can see the household. Now if you hover over, you can see it's popped up. In this case I've only got one other household card, so to speak, and usually that's as you get further into the game you get more and more household members, and that'll be quite a few there, so maybe we'll see that a little bit later. But the thing to remember is that is not the household. These choices up here are not the household for the general, it's for your faction. So you see all of them for the whole faction that you can choose from. But obviously this one here is your general's household. And the other thing as well is, it's just once you click on the household member like that, that's it. You can't cancel that. If you make a mistake, you've got to wait until that household member swaps over. Now the other thing as well is that, as you saw, we've swapped the household members. Click on this general.
Ready for orders.
You can see we've got another household member here, but the other one we've now just put back into the pool, but he's waiting to get back into the pool. So there is maybe a couple of turns. I'm not too sure whether it's to do with the distance from your capital or not. Anyway, we've got this rather nasty army down here. But first of all, let's just go through some of these top buttons here. We've already said we can bring up the event messages again. Forces, this lists all of your forces and your agents, so it's not like the previous games where you had separate lists. Well, I think you did have yes, you did have a really big list, but you could split that down. gives you their general status, and also I think this is the experience level. Okay, so the next one along, provinces. So this tells you the 2 provinces you've got. Gives you information about you're exporting food. Public order is not that good. We'll have a look further at that in a few seconds. And this is the amount of money we generate, I believe. Okay. And the final one is all the factions that you are aware of and their status with you. Now the grey ones here, which is quite nice actually, you've got quite a few of these, are tradable, so we could actually set up some trade going to get us some more income. The faces show you how they feel about you, and obviously red, it means, like Carthage is red, they do not like you, and as you hold over you can actually see there's a bit of a drop down showing where they like you and dislike you. If we pick on one that's Sparta, you can see it's split between the approval, and in this case they say military actions against Epirus gives us a green 5, and trespasses against Epirus gives us a green 3 for a total of 8. They condemn cultural aversion, so they don't like our culture, and that gives a -5 with a total attitude value towards us of 3, which is neutral. Syracuse, we are already trading, and it's an overall value of 5, which is still neutral. So let's just go into diplomacy. I think this turn might be more diplomacy and stuff we'll look at rather than actual a battle. So let's pick Ardea, which is down here.
I am honoured to receive this embassy, and will listen with interest to all you have to say.
Says moderate, so that's a reasonable chance.
Between friends, the gift of gold is often taken to be a sign of deep affection and respect. Between friends, the gift of gold is often taken to be a sign.
Okay, they've rejected. Let's try Liguria.
I welcome you, worthy speaker. I listen because your people are known to have honor.
Low. Okay, we're not doing too well. Let's try Athens.
Be welcome here, and speak as you wish, without fear of consequence.
Again, that's low. I've not had a low offer demand actually be accepted. I'll leave that actually, let's move on to other things. Okay, so if we just look at our faction a little bit. So also you'll see sometimes on the main screen it'll pop up with a little exclamation mark now, and that means you've got something to deal with in this area where there's a particular character. It might be a trader, it might be a family member or someone who wishes you ill that you need to deal with, and it gives you choices, and eventually there'll be repercussions. You can see we got our house, all the details about our members, and down here we've got different options. I have read on the forums people saying that marriage seems to do nothing whatsoever, and these are other houses. Now these do relate out to the generals that you can actually raise. Family members seem to sometimes be 0 amount of money, but the other houses you have to pay them. Okay, so this is a summary of your faction. Culture tells you regions owned 5, treasury at the moment is 3,000, capital is Roma, provinces owned none, prosperity destitute. Again, we'll look at that in just a second. Traits: Roman legions +1 experience rank for Roman infantry recruits. Red and successes, that's my edict at the moment, I believe. House of Julia, inspired endeavours and food surplus. It's quite good. Armies, I've got 3 out of 3 because you can only have an army per general. It's not like the other games where you could have small little armies lurking all over the place. Just raise generals. That you are very limited. As you go up in your ratings, you can actually have more armies than navies. No military allies, no defensive allies. I'm at war with the Etruscan League and trade partners with Syracuse. Records, this gives a list of all these events that have been happening. And then you just got the general stats. Not much in there. Okay, so if we now go on, press this button below the minimap, which is toggle strategic view. Now let's push it to the left one first of all. Okay, so this says faction ownership, regions coloured by owning faction. As you can see, we're looking at all this red area is Rome, my faction, and these are the other known factions as well. So you can see that Epirus has actually got 2 regions, it looks like. We can see the Etruscan League, as far as we know, are in Sardinia and in northeast Italy. That can be a pain to get rid of. Okay, so if we do the second button down here, which is diplomatic status, top right hand corner, we've got this little key. It says yellow is me, so that's all of Italy virtually. Dark blue is ally, I don't have any. Enemy is red, which is the Etruscan League, and grey is neutral, and there's plenty of that. Then the next one, public order. Now you can see the key here is a range of colour going from red, which is low, up to bright green, which is high. And you can see the red of middle and northern Italy is somewhat low, it's reddish, but southern Italy is nicely green. Now if we move on to region wealth, again you've got the colour coding where it's sort of a darkish orange going up to a yellow. And you can see we've got a couple of regions which are yellowish and others which are more darker. It gives us a nice overview of how we're progressing. Region growth, which is another important one. Again, we've got a colour coding going from dark green, which is low, to light green, which is high. And as we can see, in actual fact, the growth rate in middle and northern Italy is very good. So we should hope that the wealth of middle and northern Italy is going to go into the more yellowish area over the next few turns. Okay, so we've done diplomacy, objectives I think we covered before, trade and finance. Here you can do the tax level, Trading partners, a little bit of detail about what you're actually trading with them. And final, treasury. Armies can be very expensive. The upkeep here, 1820. Okay, so let's get my... What's she doing?
At your service.
Get her active. I've got 3,088, and I've got, it seems, lots of money to spend. So let's get some of my industries going. Oh, that looks like it.
Commander.
I think I'm going to change the stance of this and attack him.
To battle! Ready for battle.
Get him moving back north. Can't remember whether there was some hidden armies down
that
here
all?
actually.
Commander.
Now this is the thing. Do I want to actually now attempt an assault on Ariminum? It's going to call, and I need to take that eventually. Yeah, let's go for it.
Let them cower before Rome. We take this settlement for Rome.
See, it's frozen me outside their zone of control. Okay, let's just end the turn. Again, hidden agent exposed. I'm always getting these, but do they actually do anything? I don't know. Household expands. +1 authority. You get a lot of those. Roman Marine, melee attack for all assault ships. It might be good for my fleet. Construction.
It is an honor to serve Rome.
See now, oh, it's already got one. See now it's expanded slightly. We've got two choices here. One is +5% chance of evading enemy agents and +1 authority. So that those other ones must be taking time to actually get into my household, I suppose. But that will keep on expanding, and I can swap them out as I've already discussed. Okay.
We hunger for battle.
Oh, look at that. There was 2 hidden armies, but we're going to go straight for Ariminum, which is going to cause all manner of
Laying
problems.
siege to the settlement.
This seems to be a bit bigger than I was expecting. So that's not too bad. Should be okay. Right, so fog. We'll wait. Try and get a clear day. Rain. And lightning. I haven't fought a battle in rain and lightning for a long time, actually. Used to enjoy those in the original Shogun. Fog. Okay, that's it. That's all my chances. Now that is the location. So I'll attack from this side. These here, my general. If we spot the enemy forces landing, which the way the AI normally works will be placing them round about here, I can take them out. Not saying the AI is predictable.
An attack from the sea is never easy, men. But I would not ask you to do this unless I had every confidence in you. Sons of Mars! Follow me! Velites! In service to Rome! Hastati! On me! At speed, ready and waiting.
Moving as quickly as possible.
We obey! Proud Romans all! Up it quickly now!
Let's do some scouting.
Advance at speed!
Got to be ready to pull them back.
Riders, advance!
Okay, so while they're at it, let's try and
happy to serve Rome!
sometimes it gets a little bit confusing on the...
Legatus! Engage!
Come on, move.
Velites!
Our general is under attack.
Quick march! Engage! Big forward! Look forward!
Okay, let's get him out of there. See, the army is mobbing round here. Slingers, slingers. I've got to move in quickly to get around the range of those little guys. They are deadly.
Melee infantry ready! Advance at speed!
Excuse me.
Advance at speed! Early take!
I'm going to split these into two.
Gives us strength! Grouped and ready! Anyone who breaks formation will be punished!
Put three there.
Astarte! Move it! Get sorted! Double time! Early take! In the name of Rome! Missiles ready waiting! General! Gliders, advance! Missile infantry!
Spacebar, you can see the range there.
Advance at speed! Proud Romans all! And the double! Missiles ready and waiting! Brave Romans to a man! At the double! Levy!
Come on, take these guys out.
Reload! Early days! For Rome has started!
Okay. Sorry about all the dead air. Let's move
Astarte! Move out!
these guys a little bit forward.
Orders!
Tree in the way. This is something that they do which is not very nice. You get into range with javelin men and suddenly they move a unit up to threaten you. They take a few casualties, then they run back and another unit will come up to replace them, and you throw javelins at them and they take some casualties, and then they go back and another unit goes forward.
Proud Romans all! Early days! Victory for Rome! Your orders! Commander! Romans, ready for duty! Astarte! At speed! Velites! Now! Your orders! Mars, aid us!
Let's reduce these slingers.
Spears!
Going down nicely.
The battle is turning in our favor.
They're going to break.
Glory to Rome! Orders!
Let's go after the other slingers. You can see these guys are just running around with no purpose. They could easily charge or pull back, but the battle AI is just kaput. See, now we get their general moving forward because they've taken too many casualties. So we'll start an attrition. No, you don't.
At speed! Faster! Reload!
Get a really good hit on them. Italian spearmen are quite good, I think. It's interestingly tends to be, for me anyway, a little bit awkward to get rid of at first in the early part of the campaign. See, now the mob is charging us, but now they run back. And it's all over. Okay. So we've killed 931 with 21 losses. And it says they've lost 932 and lost 21. Okay. Occupy.
Your next command?
Imperium. Noteworthy. Your power knows no bounds. You can now maintain additional armies, fleets and agents and issue more provincial edicts. So now I can have 6 armies and a maximum of 4 fleets. And also spies, dignitaries and champions has been increased as well. I can also issue 2 edicts per turn. Okay, well, I'm running close to the limit, or I might have been over it. I'm going to have to see how much I can actually cut out of this. That's it for me then with this episode. Overall, I would say I've not had really a great performance increase with this new patch after 2 weeks. On my other campaigns that I've been running, stopping and starting, I've actually had one crash. I've never had a crash, but I actually had a crash last week, because I do subscribe to the betas when they come, but as I've said before, I'm not doing these videos on betas, I'm doing them on the live actual patches. So it's difficult to say whether, I mean, they say they're bug fixing and everything, but you could see the battle AI is not very good in those circumstances where you're attacking an unwalled settlement, and that is not anything new. I've came across that when I first started playing Rome, so that's not changed at all. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you next time.